Welcome to a brand new video. Today's video is about 2 practice hacks you've never thought of. Now, the first one is all about strike, and this can be done with a driver and an iron. And it's actually interesting to see where we're actually striking the golf ball, because especially with the driver, if we were to get it out the toe or the heel, this would cause us to get slightly different curvature than we would expect. For example, if we got one out the heel with a driver, and for a right-handed player, this would accentuate a left to right curvature like a slice, and if you got out the toe, this would over-exaggerate a right to left curvature, causing the ball to look like it hooked. So it's really important with an iron and with a driver to know where you're striking the golf ball. So let's hit one first and let's see where I'm striking it with the iron and then with the driver. So how are we going to do this? Really nice and simple now. If I show you this now close up, we're going to get a golf ball and we're going to put a line on that golf ball. And this can be done with a Sharpie, this can be done at the driving range, and you could just do this with 2 or 3 golf balls, just really trying to find out where we're striking it. So Sharpie on the golf ball, place the golf ball down, and what we're looking for is that line is vertical. So vertical, straight up and down, not set on an angle to the right, not set on an angle to the left, just a vertical line straight up and down. So I've got 5-iron here. Let's have a look where I'm striking it with my 5-iron. Nice shot, but let's have a look. So if we show you the close-up now, you can see, because it's muddy, you can't quite see exactly what we're looking for, but you can see a slight purple line, unfortunately in my case, towards the toe of the golf club. So you can see that faint purple line there. So straight away I know that I've got sort of a strike pattern that is a little bit towards the toe, and this could tell me a few things about my golf game, especially when we get into the driver. So let's now have a look where I'm striking it with the driver. For me, this is a lot more important due to the gear effect in a driver, and a lot of people straight away are going to misdiagnose certain swing faults just based on where they're striking the golf club. Now, with this driver here, I'm very fortunate, it actually shows up strike very easily, so you can put a line on a ball again for you, but for me, when I hit this ball now, we're going to get a nice strike mark, hopefully on the middle. So straight down now, let's see where we're striking this golf ball. So a little bit high, a little bit towards the toe of the golf club. So let's have a look at this here. A little bit high, a little about the toe. And what I would say is I wouldn't just base this on 1 or 2 shots. I would base this on several shots. So I would now wipe that away, hit another ball, and start seeing where my pattern of hit is starting to become. And I'm a big believer in that. Even if just having awareness to where we're hitting it now, we can then start to create different swings to hopefully start to train a slightly different pattern. So I mentioned before, if we got one out the heel, we would see some sort of gear effect. Heel would kick back, ball would work in this direction, toe would kick back, and like the ball would spin in the opposite direction. So very, very important with the driver that we do train a really good strike. So we've talked about the first practice hack that we want to have during our practice session, and like I said before, this could be down the driving range or on a driving range at your golf course. Better, I think, if you're trying to look at strike with an iron on a mat, just purely because you're not going to get mud in the way. But straight away, let's have a look where we're striking the golf ball. Now let's have a look at practice hack number 2. Practice hack number 2, all about how we're holding the golf club. Now, there's several different ways we hold the golf club, and each of you will probably hold the golf club slightly differently. But what I want to reiterate here in the second practice hack is that you take your same grip every single time. So the reference points I want you to place on your grip are an arrow between your thumb and your forefinger, pointing straight up, and I want you to put 2 marks on both your first and second knuckle. This is going to give you a reference every time you take a grip of the golf club when you're practicing. Am I taking that same grip? So I want you to dedicate an old glove in your golf bag to being a practice golf glove. So every time now I take a grip of this golf club, I know I've got the same grip. I've got this crease between my thumb and my forefinger pointing into my right shoulder, and I can see the 2 purple marks on my left knuckle. So every single time I'm taking that grip, I'm training the one, because straight away if I make it too weak or too strong, I've got reference points to talk about. I've got reference points to go, oh, that's jogging my memory, it's too strong now, it's too weak now. So if we can grip the golf club the same every time, and that's the same every time the way you grip the golf club, we know we're starting to create some constants. So we know we're going to develop a certain amount of club face control for yourself with your grip. If you're someone who doesn't feel quite right some days or doesn't feel right today, this is really going to help you. It's going to help you develop a comfortable, consistent grip of the golf club. And like I said at the start, I wanted to reiterate, it's taking your grip and creating your reference points with these 3 marks. That's all from today's video and the 2 practice hacks that are going to help you develop a more consistent golf game. Thank you for watching. If you've not already, don't forget to join the subscribers and help develop a better golf game. Thank you for watching.